You have exactly 24 hours left to live. You know the exact minute you will die. You've already eaten your last birthday cake, had your last conversation with your mother, felt your last sunrise. You are not a character in a movie. You are real. This is real. And it is happening tomorrow. This is your last 24 hours on death row. And by the end of this video, you'll never think about life the same way again.
For the past 15 years, this 6x9 foot cell has been your entire world. That's smaller than most people's bathrooms. You eat here, you sleep here, you cry here, you think here. Every morning for 15 years, you woke up knowing your death was one day closer. You've watched other inmates get taken down that corridor and never come back. You counted their footsteps. You knew what those footsteps meant. Tomorrow, those footsteps will be yours. And the strange thing, you're not as scared as you thought you'd be. You've been dying slowly for 15 years. Tomorrow, it just becomes official. A guard opens your cell door, but this time it's different. This time, he doesn't look you in the eye. You are moved to a new cell, the Death Watch cell. It's cleaner, brighter, almost comfortable. That's the cruelest part. A guard now watches you every single minute, not for your safety, to make sure you don't cheat the state out of its execution. Then, the visits begin. Your mother walks in and sits behind the glass. You press your hand against it. She presses hers back. You can't feel her warmth, just cold glass. She's trying not to cry. You're trying not to cry. You both fail. A guard slides a form under your door. What do you want for your last meal? You stare at that piece of paper for a long time. What do you ask for? A fancy meal feels wrong. Asking for nothing feels like giving up. You write down something simple, something your mother used to make. An hour later, a tray arrives. Plastic fork, plastic knife, because apparently you're still dangerous. You sit alone and look at the food. Here's something nobody tells you. The state has given you a budget for this meal. In Texas, it's $40. You are about to lose your life, and someone somewhere decided you're worth $40. You eat slowly, not because you're hungry, because eating means time is still moving, and you're not ready for time to stop.
Night is the longest you've ever experienced.
You write letters to the people you hurt, to your children, to God, even though you're not sure anymore if you believe. You write things you should have said years ago. Around 11 p.m., the prison chaplain visits. He doesn't try to fix anything. He doesn't judge you. He just sits beside you in silence. And somehow that silence says more than any words could. Eventually you lie down. And here's the part that will shock you. You fall asleep. Not because you're at peace, but because your mind finally surrenders to what cannot be changed. You sleep. And you dream. And in the dream, you are free. You wake up, and for 1/2 second, you forget. Then, you remember. A guard brings you fresh clothes, a plain white shirt, dark trousers. You shower for the last time. Feel warm water on your skin for the last time. You notice things you never noticed before. The sound of water. The smell of soap. Strange how you only truly feel alive on the day you're going to die. By mid-morning, the prison is filling up.
There are witnesses coming to watch, journalists, the family of your victim, and somewhere in that room, your own mother. A guard walks in and asks, "Do you have any last words?" You've been thinking about this for 15 years. And now that the moment is here, every word feels wrong. So you just say, "I'm sorry." And you mean it.
The door opens. It's time. You walk down a corridor you've never walked before. Your legs feel strange, like they belong to someone else. You enter a small white room. Bright lights. Clean walls. In the center, a padded table with leather straps. You lie down. They strap your arms out to your sides. You look up at the ceiling. White. Blank. Plain. That's the last thing you will ever see. Through the glass, you see faces. Some crying. Some blank. Your mother has her eyes closed. The first injection goes in. A cold feeling spreads up your arm. Your eyes grow heavy. You think of a summer afternoon when you were 7 years old. You think of your mother's laugh. And then, nothing.
In 1976, more than 1,500 people have been executed in the United States. But here's the part most people never hear. At least 200 people sentenced to death were later exonerated. Not pardoned, not released on a technicality. Exonerated. Meaning the system that condemned them to die was wrong. They walked the same corridor, wore the same white clothes, felt the same fear, heard the same final words. And they were innocent. So here's the question nobody can comfortably answer. If the justice system can be wrong 200 times, how certain do we need to be before we take a human life? I don't have the answer. But maybe that question should haunt us more than it does.